Hi, it's Jamie from Guildbrook Farm and welcome to The Dirt. Today we're going to talk about sandbagging your homesteading goals. Think of The Dirt as a getting to know you session. And today I want to talk a little bit about sandbagging your goals when it comes to homesteading. Anybody who has been in sales or has been around salespeople has probably heard the term sandbagging. Basically, you underestimate your goals, and that makes you look better to the boss. So if you have to meet, say, $250,000 in sales, you sandbag by saying, you're going to make $200,000, and kind of makes you look better when you hit that $250,000 goal. Well, I think sandbagging is actually a fantastic technique, especially when it comes to homesteading. Let me give you an example. So it's spring here in North Carolina, and we have a lot of things going on now, especially that we're entering into our second year of homesteading. We have 5 hens that are laying right now. We have an additional 5 hens that are coming in April. We have 2 ducks and a goose that are coming in the beginning of May. We have another 7 chickens that are coming at the end of May. And if you've watched one of our previous videos on goat milk, you know that we're going to be getting goats here real soon. So we have to prepare for additional chickens and ducks and goose. We have to build a new chicken coop that's going to accommodate them. We need to make sure that we have a separated area for the babies and make sure we can get our brooder set up. We need to start building goat fencing and a goat house. I need to really do my research on goats and make sure that I have everything in line for when these goats show up. I'm planning on potentially getting a milker, so I need to figure out how to milk a goat. That's another thing. Let's see, what else do I have going on? It's gardening time. I've already started January seeds. I've started February seeds. We had a frost that we had to worry about, and we're getting into transplanting time coming up here within like the next couple days. I have tomato plants that are ready to be transplanted into bigger pots. Let's see, I have other things going on, such as most of you guys who are following the channel know that I'm currently working part-time at a farm store, a local farm store, where I'm also selling some eggs. I actually, what you don't know is I do have another part-time job where I do consulting work, and between the 2 part-time jobs, somehow that adds up to more than a full-time job. And then of course I just have the regular homesteading things going on. I have a 50-pound box of potatoes that just started sprouting that I need to can up, and I'm actually working on canning them right now. I have kid stuff going on. I have like 3 loads of laundry on the line right now. I have dinner that's due in about 30 minutes, and that's just everyday stuff that you worry about every day on top of everything else that's going on. So with all these things lined up, all these things going on, it's easy to become overwhelmed. It's easy to look at the tasks as something insurmountable and as overwhelming, and in trying to figure something like that out, figure out your time, budget your time for that, it's really hard to mentally wrap yourself around getting those tasks done. So what I like to do is sandbag my goals. So what do I mean by that? Well, I try to set 1 goal per day. Instead of looking at all the different tasks that I have to do and kind of freezing up and panicking that I have too much to do and not really getting much done, I try to focus on one particular item, one particular day, and that is my goal, and that is what I try to accomplish. Now of course I still have to work dinner in and laundry in and all that kind of stuff, but by focusing on one major thing each day or every couple of days, I'm actually able to make progress. Today my biggest goal was canning 50 pounds of potatoes, and of course I reined in the kids to help with that. But the point is that it takes a lot of time to can potatoes, and when you're working that into, say, jobs or regular tasks such as taking care of chickens and doing laundry and everything else, it's much easier to, when you're planning your day, to say, okay, my goal is just to can those potatoes. and not to worry about the goat fencing, not to worry about the housing, not to worry about the chicken coop that we need to build, not to worry about anything else. It's just to worry about canning those potatoes. And by focusing on just that one thing and not worrying about the rest just yet, because we'll worry about that tomorrow, I'm able to actually get tasks done. And I really think that that's really important when it comes to homesteading or any major tasks. One of my favorite sayings is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And so my approach to when you have a lot of things going on is just to look at one item and really concentrate on that item alone. And then worry about when tomorrow comes along, I will focus on that task. Or at the end of this day, I'll think about, what do I need to get done tomorrow? I really think that there is a mental aspect to approaching goals. And when I think of an analogy, I was in chorus growing up, and now I can't sing for anything, but I was in chorus growing up, and I remember trying to hit the high notes. And my music teacher told me, instead of mentally thinking that you have to reach for that note, pretend that you're already at a note higher than it and you're coming down to it. And by approaching singing that way, by approaching a note that way, a really high note, by mentally thinking that you're coming down instead of reaching up for it, I was able to hit the high notes that I needed to hit. Not very well, but I was able to hit them. And I think that by sandbagging your goals, it's the same thing. By setting your goals low and by mentally shifting from, I have this overwhelming amount of work to do, to narrowing it down to, I just have to get this one task done today. That is my only goal. You're able to make progress. And before you know it, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, you can look back and you can see all the work you did, because little by little, you're chipping at that work. So I hope that was helpful to you guys, especially that it's springtime, and I know a lot of you guys are getting chickens. Some of you guys for the first time, a lot of you guys might be like us and also getting other animals such as goats and ducks and geese. If you guys have a lot of overwhelming tasks, just try and take it one thing at a time. Mentally, when you're planning your day for the next day, try and just focus on that one task that you need to get done and get that one task done really well, and then worry about the rest later. If you guys have any tips or tricks on how you approach a lot of tasks or a lot of goals, leave them below. I want to hear from you guys. And if you like this kind of stuff, like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. This is my producer and also my potato peeler and cutter. And she's going to say that I just had kids so that they could help me, right?
I just had kids so they could help me.
No, you didn't have kids. I had kids.
You said you're going to say.
You are going to say that I just had kids.
I just had kids.
You didn't have any kids. You better not be having kids. Stop it. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do without this one here, because she is really my right-hand man, and she really does help me out with a lot of things. I love you. So today, for example, or rather I should say even, this is just turning out kind of isn't it? There are a lot of things happening right now. One being really annoying traffic.